Hello parents, this is Mr. Packham here. I'm just going to take a couple minutes here and kind of go over the California project, what's expected, and give you a few examples of what we're looking for. So first of all, this packet should have come home last week is when I sent it home. And it just has a brief overview of what we're expecting. This project is due on April 14th, so mark your calendar. Try to get it in a little bit earlier. We do like to have them in about this time so that the kids can have a few days to do their presentations to the class, and then that we can have them out on display during open house. It's kind of a fun thing to be able to look at all the different projects that the different kids have done. So on the second page of this packet, it's where it really explains what we're looking for. First of all, your child's going to need to pick a topic. We've discussed this in class, so hopefully they've picked a topic already, and if not, you might need to sit down with them and talk about what they'd like to do their project on. But we aren't just looking for missions. They can do a mission if they'd like to. They can do the Gold Rush, which is a fun one. That's a favorite of many kids. A California Explorer. Please, there are lots of explorers in the world. We are looking for one specific to California. Somebody who has come to California and for example, Bering came to California. He was one of the Russian explorers who came into our area. There are many of them. You can do a California landmark. Please, before you choose a landmark, please clear it with me just to make sure it's something appropriate. For example, we've had the Golden Gate Bridge done. So anything that's a California landmark that might be an interesting one to do. And then finally, a famous California person. Again, have this one cleared with me before you start doing any research on it. It needs to be a famous California person from California's history. I'm definitely not looking for somebody who's currently living in California. We're looking for somebody from the past. For example, John Sutter or James Marshall or any of those Gold Rush era characters would be excellent. So once you've picked your topic, the next step is they're going to need to come up with some kind of a written report. Most kids do a report, which is a 4 to 5 paragraph report, and this can be tricky for some kids. They are definitely going to need your help with it because we have very little time to work on it in class. You're going to need to either take them to the library if you don't have a computer. If you have a computer, you should be able to do most of your research online. But it would be nice to take your child to the library and let them look up books as well. I will also give them a chance to look through our Whittier library, which is not quite as in-depth as the Hemet Public Library. So wherever you can find your research, that would be fantastic. And then most students, as I said, will do a written report. They do have the option of doing it as a news report if you'd like. This is actually what I had my son do last year. He did a news report with an animation video, which I can show you. You can go and watch that link. That was kind of fun. I've never had anybody do a drama or a play, but that would be something that would be an option. Or you can also do a PowerPoint. So again, a written report is what's mostly done by students, where they just do a 5 or 6 paragraph essay about their topic. And if you go to my website, which is mrpackham.com, let me click on that here. If you go to mrpackham.com, over here on the left, I do have several samples. If you click on California Mission Project Help, that will bring you to this page where I've actually recorded several YouTube videos that walk you through how to write a report. So here's the first one where it talks about doing your research. Here's the second one where we're talking about building your planning page. And then the third one is filling out the planning page. So those should help you to plan out your report. This specific one was done on a mission. But if you're doing a report on something else, these would also be helpful. And again, that is right on mrpackham.com. If you go down here to Project Samples, this will take you to another page where I've got all kinds of pictures of past projects that have been done. I've got a link on how to make your bibliography. A bibliography does need to be included with your report, whether it's a written report or whether you're doing some kind of a video or PowerPoint or anything. You do need a bibliography. And here's some links on helping you with that. You will need a title page. Here's a link on how to create a title page. Let's see, I've got several links here that can help you out. So yeah, this Go Animate project. This is one that my son did last year, which would be kind of fun, and there is a free version of this account. If you're doing a mission, my suggestion is to make it no larger than about, I would say, 2 feet wide at the biggest, maybe even smaller than that. The problem we have is some of these missions come in and they're ginormous, and we just don't have any place to put them, so they have to turn around and go right back home that same day. And it's nice to be able to display them in class. So the smaller they are, the better, and they're easier to make when they're smaller. So here are the mission projects if you choose to do a mission. This is one example of a student that did the Gold Rush. He made a diorama, and so that one turned out pretty cool. Most of these in the past, though, have been missions. Some students have chosen to make display boards, which turn out pretty neat. And let me scroll down. Oh, sorry. So these are the different display boards that I've had in the past. Now what I've shown you, those are actually the visual displays. So you need to make a labeled model. So if you're doing a mission, you can do a model of a mission. You could do a sketch or a poster. Those were the ones I showed you at the very end there. These guys right here, they're not really posters, they're more display boards. And so this is a display board down at the bottom. You could make a travel brochure. You could write a song if you want to, some kind of a drama or a diorama, as you saw with the Gold Rush project I showed the example of. So again, you need to make a topic. You need to choose your topic, come up with a report, which can be in written form or PowerPoint, and then some type of a visual display. Okay, just remember to include your bibliography and a title page. Make sure that you label the different parts of the project. And most of all, have fun with it. Last year my son was in 4th grade, and we decided to make a trip and spend a Saturday down at the San Juan Capistrano mission, where he got to take pictures and really see what the history was behind the missions. So there's several missions nearby within an hour to an hour and a half drive. If you'd like to take your child down there, that would be a bonus. I do have one student last year who did that. She went down to the San Luis Rey mission, and she took her camera and took pictures and took notes. And this is just a copy of her PowerPoint that she created, and this took the place of her writing the report. So she did get up and do her PowerPoint presentation, showing her pictures and explaining the information from her report. So that PowerPoint counted as the report. It took the place of the written report. And then that particular student did go ahead and make a labeled model. So I hope this video helped. I hope that it gave you a pretty good idea of what's expected and what needs to be done. Please don't hesitate to send me an email or send me a text message or whatever you need to do if you have any questions. If you're watching this video and your child's not in my class but goes to our school, your teacher would be more than happy to answer your questions. So good luck and have fun.